performing live tonight. Please welcome to the stage, Iain Stirling. Fuck yeah. Yeah, fucking right. It's nice to be here. I'm getting older and I hate it. That's the news. Shit, innit? We're all age-wise in this room in the shit bit. Innit? Shit bit starts when you're about 5. It was great being 5. Do you remember that? You used to do what you wanted. And there was like people, parents, that had to like just do stuff for you. As a kid, you could do what you liked. As a kid, you could just stick like a marble up your arse. And then 2 grown people would be, well, that's our day now, removing the marble. If I had that knowledge when I was a kid, so much stuff would have gone up. I would have looked at my dad while I'd done it. It's He-Man today, fella. Forget the NHS, go private. This is happening every day. And then you get older and go to dinner parties and pretend to care about someone's fucking slow cooker. That's what... Boring people. Having boring dinner. If you've ever had a dinner party and thought it went well, it didn't, and everyone hated you. People thought it was shit or they were drunk. That's the 2 things. My friend Emma has dinner parties all the time now, because she's got boring. My friend Emma is like, do you know the really fun friend that meets someone boring and then becomes boring? I miss Emma. Do you know Emma, she's got rubbish. Like, Emma used to go out and do gear, and now she's a vegan. That's sort of what's happened. She was so good, man. Oh, but then Emma met Darren. Darren. Hi there, my name's Darren. Darren, I speak at the same tone of voice no matter what's happened to me in my entire life. Darren. Hi Ian, nice to see you again. You don't remember me, don't worry, nobody does. Darren, hi there, my name's Darren. Ian, help please, I am on fire. Hi Ian, I have won the lottery. Do you know Darren, I work in accounts, I wear a rugby top, but not a team. Just a sort of general rugby vibe. I want you to know I know what M&S is. And that's all Darren does, this bloody... You can't, every time you go to a dinner party, you can't eat meat without him telling you how long he has cooked the meat for. 10 hours, that's been in the slow cooker, Ian. 10 hours. That beef will just melt off the bone. I think you'll agree. It'll just come straight. We put the onions in the slow cooker, Ian, and then we put the vegetable in 10 hours, and it'll just glide, Ian. That will glide. And sometimes I imagine putting my own head in the slow cooker. Until my skin comes off, I wish I was in a band. Darren. I'm in the shit bit. with my boring friends that read contracts. What is that? I was in the phone shop with my friend who's got a new phone. I watched him read he was reading the contract. What are you doing? What a waste of everyone's time. What are you hoping to achieve there? It's you against O2. You are not going to come out in front. You can't just fucking sign the contract. What you do? Hi, O2, I don't agree with this contract. Well, you've not got a phone, there's a pigeon. Leave. Like, there's nothing you can do. I worry why I struggle so much growing up. I think it's because, like, the way I was brought up, I was never exposed to failure at all as a kid. I don't know if you're the same as you. My parents, you know, I was just taught that you're amazing, perfect, you know. My mum and dad, I was never shown anything bad. I didn't go to a funeral till I was like 21. Just every day, no, son, you just carry on. Don't say anything bad, son. The children are picking on you because they're jealous. Yes, they're jealous of your stutter and your lazy eye. Come on. Come through. I'm trying to get better, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to, I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to grow up, I'm trying to get fitter. That's my thing. I've put on a bit of weight recently. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. I've put on a bit of weight recently, and this is not good. Can you see it on telly? I have started sweating from the top of my stomach. I've put on so much weight, my belly now has a forehead. So that's... What am I going to do for the rest of the gig? Wear a Roger Federer hairband underneath my tits, just like... I try to get fit. I've a very millennial approach to fitness. What I do is I buy technology that will help you get fit and then do no work. Have you ever been in that position where you buy like new trainers and you're sat on the couch in your new running shoes going like, ooh, I think I'm losing weight. Right now? I once bought I got a Fitbit about 5 months ago and it nearly ruined my life. So, 3 days into having the Fitbit, I had a massive night out, like too much. And I woke up the next day really hungover and it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you know when you wake up like too late in the day, hungover, and you try and trick your brain into thinking that you can still make today count? You start negotiating with it. Right? Brain, look, I know it's 2 o'clock, I know, but if we get up right now, I'll put a wash on immediately. That'll happen straight away. We'll make some soup, okay? I'll write some poems, please, come on. So I get out of bed and I feel beer fear max, man. I feel terrible and I've trudged down the stairs and I wish I was dead. And then eventually I'll turn and look at my Fitbit, right? 500 steps. Yeah, in my sleep. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. I was like, I am sleepwalking myself to fitness. New year, new me. The euphoria lasted for about 30 seconds until I realised what had actually happened is I'd gone to bed after midnight, and before I'd gone to bed, I had had a wank. I don't let the audience being let. You can see some women going, that is actually disgusting. You see a few blokes going, 500, that's actually not... It's a nodding. That is not bad, actually. That is 250 front, 250 back, Claire. That is a shift. That is a shift. It's ruined sex for me. It's ruined it. It has. I now think about sex in terms of steps. That is not a healthy outlook. It's not good. All my favourite positions, gone. I used to love girl on top. Loved it. Can't do it anymore. Not working on my steps. It's putting my girlfriend off. I'm lying there going, don't you mind me. I'm just, No, you carry on. I'm just getting my steps up. What's that? Finish you off? Gladly. Oh no, I can't even look at you. Right. Oh God. Right. I need to explain what happened there. I'm really sorry. Basically, some of you might have guessed, that joke ends there. But you've been really nice, and I got a bit carried away. Sometimes in comedy, if it's going well, your brain comes up with like a topper. And my brain went, you could, do... And I thought, that's a risky joke to try when you're filming your first ever comedy special. That is disgusting. Don't do that. I'm not going to do that. Then my brain honestly went, no. Do the joke, but make it more jovial. Pop a sound effect on it. And my brain went with... like I was sanding her down, just... What am I doing? I think the worst thing that ever happened, this epitomises my inability to get old, is... I don't know if people know this about me. I used to be a children's television presenter. Amazing. 3 people went, yeah, and a few of you went, how the fuck is... I did. I won a BAFTA. I did. So, because of the Kids TV, about years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now, I got asked by the BBC to do like a pilot TV show, and it was a pilot for a children's version of the stand-up show live at the Apollo. It's like stand-up comedy for kids, essentially. I've done stand-up for kids a load of times. It's good. And normally what happens if you've never been, it's good. It's like normally there's like 4 or 5 comedians. There's like a room about this size, about 200-300 people, families, and the 4 or 5 comedians, they come out, 15 minutes, they do their stand-up, no swearsies, they leave. Job's a good one, right? This gig filmed in Newcastle, and this isn't what happened. So I get to Newcastle, and it's nothing like what I expect. First of all, when I arrive, it's not a little intimate arts theatre or whatever. We're in a 1,000-seater theatre, like a massive theatre, and there is no families. They have just bussed 1,000 8-year-olds. No, the straight talking, don't pretend to like things, but 8-year-olds, just 1,000 8-year-olds into the room, and then I found out that I am the only comedian on the bill, and I am the headline act. I am the best thing the 8-year-olds will see in 3 hours of entertainment. Now, bear that in mind, okay? Bear that in mind when you hear the lineup. So up first, we had a couple who juggled fire. I am the headline act. After that, they had the pop star Conor Maynard. Yes, headline act. And then just before me, they had, and I'm not making any of this up, 4 pantomime horses, an entire choir, and the pantomime horses were performing river dance. I don't think it can even worse, at which point I need to speak to the BBC. The BBC genuinely tell me that I'm not allowed to use a microphone because microphones look messy, okay? I was like, I did not agree to this. They're like, it was in your contract. I hadn't read it. See, because the problem with me when I do stand-up is a microphone is very vital. Because if you don't even notice, but I'm not the most slick comedian. You know, I'm a bit... And I talk about... but I've got a microphone, so it is art. Okay? When I do stand-up, without a microphone, like nothing... This is the exact same thing. Nothing has changed here. But for some reason, and this only happens to me, no other comedian, when I perform stand-up without the microphone, all of a sudden, the stand-up becomes really creepy. We don't know why. Like this, I'm the voice of Love Island. Yeah. Like this, I'm here to talk about Jesus. He had a book that would save us all. I have to explain this to the woman. The woman says, don't worry, Ian, we've come up with a solution. I like solutions. She says, we're going to give you a clip-on mic, a lapel mic, like what newsreaders use, and that'll help with the sort of the level of sound. But good. She also said, Ian, another little thing, we're going to level with you. The pantomime horses have gone down better than we expected. They're crowd surfing, Ian. They've absolutely smashed it. So we're going to give you a big entrance. Okay. Thought, oh yeah, big entrance, good. What is it like? Name up in lights, pyrotechnics. Oh, no. She went, no, Ian, no. We here at the BBC have managed to source you a child's micro-scooter. So I'm now coming on stage like the world's worst undercover paedophile that you've ever seen. Hi kids, do you like Pokemons? I've got to do it, I've signed the contract, so I agree. And what happens is, they put my horses out, they leave, they say my name, I come out to silence. The kids are bored. They don't want to see a guy with a beard. I've got no microphone. I look like Michael McIntyre for psychopaths. It's brutal. So it's going terribly. Nothing from the audience. Eventually I spot a kid down the front, and I just think, I'll get a bit of banter, a bit of badinage. So I say to the kid, all right, mate, what's your name? Standard opening question. And bear in mind, we're in Newcastle, okay? They're good people, salt of the earth. They've got Greggs the bakers. I trust them. I say to a kid from Newcastle, all right, mate, what's your name? And that kid went, my name's Farquhar. So now I'm talking to Farquhar, which is a sentence I didn't think I'd ever say, because I'm a human being, not a Disney character, okay? I finished speaking to Farquhar, somehow it manages to get even more quiet, like that's possible. Like they've piped in quiet from another room, quickly, wafted more quiet, let him know how badly this is going. Give him more quiet, quickly! I carry on for 5 more minutes. I say thank you, I go to leave, they don't even applaud me off stage. No, they just watch me leave. Like the slowest game of tennis you've ever seen. As I get to the curtain, I hear a kid go, can we go home yet? Out of 1,000, I could pinpoint. So I go off stage, I walk into the backstage area, I'm in my dressing room, I sit down, and I'm sad, okay? I'm so sad, man. I'm sad. And like, I joke about being on kids' TV, but I was proud of that. I worked hard for that. And it went bad. And like, being a kids' TV presenter is hard, okay? You have to be happy every day. I talked to a puppet dog every day for 3 years. No matter what happened, 4.5-year relationship, ended. Next day, puppet dog. Imagine that! Trying to do it, it's like, welcome back, kids! Well, we're all going to die alone. What's that hacker? She took the house. Here's Tracy Beaker. Like, it's really hard. So I'm sitting there, I can feel myself starting to cry. And as a man, it's hard to talk about feeling sad. I know I can see men in the room getting uncomfortable. It's hard. As a man, it's hard to talk about your feelings, man. It's fucking hard. We don't like it. As a bloke, you can show a mate a picture of a shit that you've done. But if they ask you, how are you feeling? You say, not great. They're like, all right, it's a bit creepy, mate. Come on. Get the shit back out. Come on, let's do this. Eventually, my mate Steve comes in. We write together a lot on television. He comes and he goes, are you all right? I say, yes, obviously. Don't want to make him feel weird. He goes, what went wrong? I went, I don't know what went wrong, man. Like, I don't know what went wrong. It's just stand up without the swear words. I have no idea what went wrong. And that's when my mate Steve went, Ian, mate, you done a massive swear. And he told me what happened. And I'm not even going to tell you. I'll just show you what happened. So picture the scene, okay? It's a 1,000-seater theatre. You are all 8-year-olds, okay? I have not got a microphone, but I've got a micro scooter, okay? So pantomime horses here. They leave. My name is said over the tannoy. This
is word for word what happened next. All right, mate, what's your name? Farquhar? That's a fucking great name.
But I have no idea I've sworn, so I just carry on like nothing's happened. Like what a serial killer would do, just...
Hey, kids, do you know when you're late for school and your mum's like, get in the car, get in the car? And you're like, calm down, Mum, we're going to school, not the war. Kids, the other day I bought a Fitbit, and you'll not...
Steve tells me all this, and I obviously have a mental breakdown. I'm just going, oh, fuck. Oh, shit! Fuck! Shit! At which point, the stage manager from the gig starts running towards my dressing room. Now, I cannot describe his run to you. But do you know when someone's run is too loud for it to be good news? The run's too loud. The way I could describe his run is, do you remember when you were a kid and you have a sleepover at your house and you knew you were staying up too late and you knew your friends were making too much noise and then you'd hear steps coming down the stairs, but they were mums, so you're fine. Then about half an hour, you would hear the undeniable dad steps. You'd be like, fuck everyone, scramble! Shit, he's got a slipper, save yourselves! The stage manager, Dad, stepped into my dressing room and alerted me to the fact that I still had my lapel mic on. So as 1,000 8-year-olds left the venue, all they had was an empty stage and then me on a tannoy system just going, oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck you, Farquhar! You Disney cunt! Ladies and gentlemen of Comedy Central Live, it is an absolute pleasure to have my own special, and you've been an absolute delight to me, so thank you so much. I've been Iain Stirling. Good night. God bless. Thank you.